Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, friends. This is Pastor Bob Rudabush sharing with you the email message this week. And of course, Christmas is a season of joy and of children's programs. And in fact, we have one going on this afternoon. And so you'll probably hear some of that noise in our background as we're sharing today. Our United Daycare is having their program today. And we also know that we'll be having a Kids Stop party later this week. So lots of great things happening here at First Church. Just kind of highlighting and reminding you of all of our worship experiences. Of course, we'll be finishing up our series on Christmas is Not Your Birthday this Sunday with our regular worship hours. And then Wednesday, the 19th, we'll have our multi-purpose room, the candlelight service. Then on Thursday night, we'll have another pre-Christmas Eve service in the sanctuary with our traditional service there. Also, I just remind you that on Sunday as well, at 2 o'clock, we'll have a service of remembrance. If you have an experience of a loss of loved one or just need a time of reflection and meditation in this season, we invite you to come join us in the chapel for that service. Sunday the 23rd, we'll be doing a Lessons and Carols that day. Our music department will be leading us in great music of the season. And then on Christmas Eve, we have, as you can see, a very full lineup of 4 o'clock. We'll be in the multi-purpose room with our children and family service with glow sticks. We'll then have candlelight at 5 in the sanctuary with our praise band leading that service. At 6 o'clock, we'll again have the light service in the multi-purpose room for that service for candlelight, as well as at 7 we'll have our traditional one in the sanctuary with our chancel choir and other musicians. Lastly, at 11 o'clock that night in the chapel, we'll be having a service of communion and acoustic music. And so we hope that you'll come and join us at one of those services to celebrate the gifts of Jesus' love into our hearts and lives. See, Christmas is a season for God's Word. It's a remembrance of God's gift to us in Jesus Christ, and we just hope that you will celebrate that and remember that this season. Lastly, any gifts that you would like to make to the church, we'd sure like to God through the church. We would invite you to make sure you have those in postmarked by the 31st. Otherwise, if you use electronic means, if you could do it earlier, like the 23rd or even as late as the 28th, that would make sure it would help us as well. We're just grateful to be in ministry here. There's so many great things happening of reaching our neighbors and friends. We've had miraculous stories of the persons we have helped, that someone has offered to help, and then we've connected them with someone who needed help. And they're just powerful ways that God works in our midst, and God is working in our church. And God is working through each of our members and friends. So we hope that we can come and celebrate the good news that Christ is born.